Assalamualaikum to Dr. Nur Azila. Me and my group will be presenting about our topic, which is tic-tac-toe. So, tic-tac-toe application is a digital version of the classic game designed to be fun and easy to play. It has many uses such as fun and entertainment, where we can choose to play against a friend or computer. Also, it's very easy to access on phones, computers, or online. The second one is learning and practice. It is great for beginners to learn programming basics like loops, conditions, and how to check for wins or ties. It helps to understand how simple games work behind the scenes. And the third one is AI and strategy. It shows how to create smart opponents using basic decision making. Also, it teaches how computers can think and make the best moves.
First, main menu of game by me, Syamil Alia Naisha binti Hazrul. Secondly, player and computer turn logic by Nur Ismaniza bin Zamri. Next, winning condition by Nur Sabrina Akila binti Abdullah. Last but not least, resetting the game by Adana Fatia binti Muhammad Fauzi. The program here is a Java string-based tic-tac-toe application designed within a class named tic-tac-toe game, which extends JFrame to create the main game window. The interface includes two main panels, a main menu panel and a game panel. The menu panel contains buttons like Start Game to launch a new game and Exit to close the application, with corresponding event listeners attached to each button. The game panel represents the tic-tac-toe board constructed as a 3x3 grid of buttons, each representing a square on the board. It also includes a status label to keep track of game progress, such as indicating the current player's turn or game outcomes. The program is a simple Java Swing implementation of a tic-tac-toe game. It features a 3x3 grid buttons arranged using grid layout, where each button represents a square on the board. These buttons are styled with a bold font and a light background, and each has an event listener to handle clicks. When a button is clicked, it displays an X and gets disabled to simulate a move. At the top of the interface, a J label displays the game status such as Welcome to Tic-Tac-Toe, or updates on the player's turn. Below the board, a new game buttons allow players to reset the board and start fresh, clearing all button text and re-enabling them. The program uses layout managers like border layout and grid layout to organize components efficiently.
This coding segment is used to start new game, show main menu, and also to click at the box of the tic-tac-toe. So these are the coding segment. This part is where we use it for the computer to move. We have random move generation, random object created to generate random numbers. Move is to hold the index of the button where computer clicks. And then we use do while used to generate random number between 0 and 8. And then we have the button move, check win, to check for a win whether it is the computer or a user.
Next, we want to check for the winning condition in the Java. We will use the private boolean that is refers to the boolean variable that is declared with the private access modifier. It is used to check either the condition is true or false, which it represents as win or lose. We will put the 2D array to define all the possible winning condition. Next, we want to check for the win, and we will use the for looping to get the winning condition. And then we put status label dot set stats, which is it will indicate which player that will win the game, whether computer or player. And then for the status label dot set foreground, it will change the text color after displaying who's the winner of the game. Disable all button code. It will prevent any move that occurs when after the game has been finalized. Next, as for return true, it will detect who is the winning player. Next, we want to check for the draw of the game. So we use the boolean and declare its draw coding as true. And then we will be using loop when its draw is false, and it will breaks out of the loop. Under the draw, it will check all the button and detect the game if it's either draw or not, and then will be put the return to be true, where it will indicate the game has ended, and return false, which it will indicate the game can continue when it's draw. Lastly, we disable the button to prevent any interaction or intersection with the button after the game has ended by using the button .set enable in bracket false.
So this is the coding for reset button. First, we have looked for J button to create the button. Button set text is for reset and restart the game. And the next line is to allow players to click the button many times. After that, we have the next line, which the function is to display the message, "Welcome to tic-tac-toe." And then we have the next line coding, int response equals j option pen dot show option dialog. This will display option for user to choose who will start the game. Is player turn equals open bracket response equals j option pen dot yes underscore option close bracket. For if player chooses player, is player turn will be true, otherwise it's false. If player chooses the computer turn, we use the selection if open bracket not is player turn closes brackets, and inside the selection we will use the coding computer move open close bracket, so the computer will move first. Last but not least, the main for the coding. To ensure the GUI is created and updated on even dispatch thread, we will use swing utilities.invoke later. For creating and displaying the game window, tic-tac-toe game equals new tic-tac-toe game open close bracket to represents main window of tic-tac-toe game.set visible open bracket true close bracket makes game windows visible on screen. Last but not least, the main for the coding. To ensure the GUI is created and updated on even dispatch thread, we will use swing utilities.invoke later. For creating and displaying the game window, tic-tac-toe game equals new tic-tac-toe game open close bracket to represents main window of tic-tac-toe game.set visible open bracket true close bracket makes game windows visible on screen.
Now I will do a demonstration on how to play the game. First, here we have the start game button and exit button down here. We will click the start game button. After that, we need to choose whether to start the game with the player or the computer. We will choose player's turn. Click on any square to start. Right after that, it's automatically the computer's turn, so this will appear, and we will play the game until player or computer wins. So the player wins. To start a new game or to exit the game, click on the new game button here, and we will start a new game. This time computer will start first. And player wins. Click the new game button and click the exit button to exit the game.
Now, I'm going to present about our first part of list of features. First, graphical user interface, which is GUI. The application provides a GUI-based interface using Java Swing. Main elements include buttons, labels, and panels. Secondly, main menu. A startup main menu panel with two options, which is start game, begins a new tic-tac-toe game, and exit closes the application. Thirdly, game board. A 3x3 grid implemented using JPanel band and green layout. Each grid cell represented as a button that players or computer can click to make a move. Next, a player versus computer gameplay. The game alternates turns between the player uses the X symbol and the computer uses the O symbol. Furthermore, which is player turn handling. A turn starts when the player clicks an empty button on the grid. The button text changes to X, and it becomes disabled to prevent further clicks. Lastly, computer turn, which is AI. The computer chooses a random empty cell for its move. After the computer makes its move, the corresponding button displays O and becomes disabled.
Our next feature is game status display, where it will be placed on the top of the game board. It will display welcome to the tic-tac-toe, your turn or computer's turn, player or computer's win, and its draw. The second one is win condition check, where it will check for each turn by 3 consecutive matching symbols horizontally, diagonally, or vertically. The next one is draw condition check, where if all the cells are filled and no player achieve winning condition. The next one is restart game, where it has a new game button and the player can choose to start a new game. Next is game reset, where it will reset the boards and all the components for the new games. The next one is color theme and styling, where it will custom the fonts, color, designs to improve the user experience. The next one is responsive layout, where the application is dynamically updated. For examples, switch between the main menu and the game board. And lastly is exit option, where it allows a button that allows user or player to exit the application.
That is all from us. Thank you.